Hi guys, welcome back to the Autosportivo YouTube channel. I'm Antz, and this chap here is...
It's Maxwell, again.
As you know, every now and then, I like to buy something different that's not Italian. So far we've had an XR2, we've had a Honda Civic Type R. What other cars have I had that's non-Italian? Anyway, doesn't matter. So I was browsing the internet, as I do, the Bay of Flea, eBay, and I saw this. And I thought, do you know what? I quite fancy a Subaru Impreza. Let's buy one in and put it on the channel as well. So I found this on Marketplace, as you do.
Best place to buy cars. Always get the gem.
It's not the best place to sell cars. This actually had a bust engine. I showed Maxwell, because I've never worked on them. And I said to Maxwell, I know you're a Subaru Impreza fan, and you had one, didn't you?
I've had one, yeah, I've had a couple.
He convinced me to buy it and said we could do the engine change, it's no problem. So I brought it, and the engine was seized. And
that's actually the most seized engine I've ever. I've never seen a Subaru engine completely locked.
And I thought, by looking at it, I thought, oh, it'll be a pain, they're going to be crazy to work on. But do you know what? It was actually a doddle. It is far more easier to work on one of these than it is on a Fiat Coupe or an Alfa Romeo. It was so simple, and we done it all in a day, didn't we?
I think people just get this idea. There's a weird myth going around that Subarus are really hard to work on. They're four-wheel drives, boxer engine, you can't get to anything. But in reality, they're not hard to work on. Once you get your head around how they're put together, it's very easy. It's the easiest engine to change.
And now that I've worked on one, I'm going to become a Subaru Impreza specialist, everybody.
Auto Subaru.
So that's what we are now. We are Auto Subaru.
Auto Subaru. Auto Impreza.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing now. No more Italian cars, just Subaru Imprezas.
That's it.
Because they're just so easy to work on. It's running 320 brake horsepower. It's got loads of good service history. We'll get the camera around in a minute, James, and we'll show everybody around the car. But today I want to talk about what was better. I know what was better, but I just want everyone to comment below. What did you prefer? The Subaru Impreza, Colin McRae, or the Lancia Integrale? It's a no-brainer.
Colin McRae. I mean, this is a legend. This is every single person who's ever driven in any computer game, car racing game.
Do you remember that game?
Yeah, Colin McRae Rally.
I mean, we haven't
got Lancia Delta Integrale Rally, have we?
No, but Colin McRae Rally had the Integrale on it, and I'd always choose the Integrale. I'd never choose this.
But you've driven this in a game, though. Everyone who's ever played any racing game has used this for a significant part of that game. So I don't care what anyone says. You know?
But we're going to talk about the Impreza, and we're going to talk about the Integrale as well. And I want you to tell me in the comments below what your favourite car is.
Drag race them in a field?
No, we're not. No,
why not?
We're not drag racing them in the field.
Why don't we race them? I was just thinking this. Why don't we race them? Why don't we race them?
Lose value.
Yeah. I think we should race them.
James, bring the camera in. Let's have a look around these cars.
Let's do it.
So if I'm quite honest, I ain't got a clue about these cars. Like, I know how to get in it and drive it.
Subaru.
But if you ask me any questions about them, I don't really know. Maxwell does though, because you're a fan of these.
I wouldn't say I'm a fan. I've got a soft spot for them because I think they're a cool car. They're like, when I look at a Subaru, especially when it's got the STI kit on it, it's just every kid's idea of a racing car.
It does
it's
look
got
cool.
The big wing on it, the big scoop on it, the big
fair,
wheels.
I always stand by the fact that there are 0 rally cars that aren't cool. And this is a rally car, therefore it's cool.
They are, but this is the most ralliest of rally cars.
Yeah.
This is what I mean. This is like
big scoop, man.
if I was 7 and I drew a car, it would look like a Subaru.
Yeah, it's just not a vent stuck on a bonnet.
You
No,
can
this
actually
is
see the intercooler through
like
the
you could scoop loads of things in there.
This is fully functional, and I like the fact that it is a very functional car. It is even the interior, everything is very purposeful. There's nothing here that's really wastage or purely just because, except for that massive, huge, ridiculous wing on the back.
The wing is rather large.
Pop up the hood.
This is really light.
It's
Wow.
aluminium.
It's aluminium.
Because it's an STI.
That's some-
TJZ, no
The
shit.
Lexus came with a came with a steel one, but the
Yeah.
STI's got the lightweight aluminum.
So this is an STI. We know that because it says STI. That's how
So
you know.
when I look at this, it looks so complex. Like it looks like a headache to work on. But after Maxwell made me help him change the engine, it's actually a doddle to work on. Like things are really easy accessible. Like you try and do an alternator or an Integrale.
Yeah.
That's like a whole day job. Yeah.
But spark plugs though.
It's not that bad. Everyone bangs on about how hard they are. They're not that
They're
hard.
not
Well,
as easy as
we changed them when the engine was out, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. We did a lot.
Basically, if you have one of these cars and you have to change the engine, which is probably going to happen at some point if you're in it long term,
Every Subaru.
do
has that.
everything while the engine's out. Do your timing belt, do your rocker cover gaskets, do your spark plugs, do everything while the engine's out, plonk the engine in. But spark plugs are not that difficult. You just need some wiggly sockets. You can get to them. You might move the battery out of the way and the
So,
washer
Maxwell,
bottle.
what you're basically saying is they purposefully made the engine unreliable so that the spark plugs would outlive the engine.
That's
Therefore,
exactly
you
it. They
get
thought this through.
reputation.
But then there's a lot of cars, Antz, you got to be with me on this. There's a lot of cars where you actually have to take the intake manifold off just to get to spark plugs.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, and that's regular cars. So with this
Yeah.
one, the only tricky thing is it's sideways. You've got to use some funny
The
sockets.
Busso engine, you have to take the bloody inlet manifold at the
Play
back
them
off
Exactly.
to get to spark plugs.
That's more difficult than using a
Yeah.
wiggly socket to get to some side
fair
on. So,
I'll give you that.
yeah.
But I like where the turbo's sitting. That's not
Right
bad to
there.
change.
Easy
That's
to
not
get
bad
to.
to change. I mean,
2 seconds to get the intercooler off.
in a minute, I'll show you Integrale and how difficult that thing is to work on. You just have to move. You have to move strut braces and all sorts just to change a map sensor on an Integrale.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. But this, I think they thought about it.
They have. They
Innit?
definitely. It's a rally car. They thought this is going to. We need. I mean, there's obviously. It was a homologation car at some point, I'm guessing.
yeah, they
so
are,
they thought about it in that process that, well, when this is on a rally stage, we need to be able to
Change the engine.
change the engine quickly. Change this.
Fix anything on a Subaru with a hammer.
Yeah.
You
Or a
can.
rock.
And you know what I like about Subaru, and I was saying this to Antz before, is all the sizes, you need a 12, a 14, and a 16 mil socket, and you can do everything.
And that is very.
They
true.
don't have no star bolts, no Torx, nothing weird like that.
That is quite just.
You proved me wrong.
12 or 14 mil.
That's it.
But I like this. Look, there's no.
Pillarless, yeah.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
Frameless.
I like
Frameless.
that. I like the interior. It's all blue.
I like this 80s smash hits.
That belongs in the Integrale.
They're
But it's very blue in there. I like the STI seats.
very basic though, isn't it, for the
Yeah.
era? But I think Japs didn't really step up
Their
their
interiors
interiors for a long time.
generally pretty plastic.
Yeah.
Kind of.
They stepped up from the GTR onwards, I think. The Japs made it affordable by keeping the interiors functional. I mean, this car is cheap.
It's got 4 doors.
Four
like,
doors,
What's the back?
more passengers.
It's not bad. It's comfy.
Yeah, the back seats are functional.
It's not bad at all. It's a good family car. I mean, we've got a bit of corrosion there, but
Very
what,
JDM.
what
That's very
Japanese car
JDM.
doesn't? I mean,
There is
that's-
no Subaru on the planet that hasn't got this exact
And
bit
I mean,
there.
it's in common with Italian cars.
Let's have a look at the boot.
The boot, I don't know how to open the boot.
You've got to pull a thing somewhere.
The wing. There you go. The boot's legit.
That is a big boot.
That is a big boot. I forgot that they were that big. We got some
Oh, some oil. That's always
some
a good
cheap
sign.
oil.
That's a cannon.
If you
man.
haven't got a cannon on your Subaru,
my
you're
shoe can
living
go
life
in
wrong.
there.
Yeah.
That is a big.
You can fist it. Oi.
That is a big exhaust.
Wasn't it? Oh,
Gold wheels.
Yeah.
Because every blue Impreza has to have gold wheels.
These
it
wheels
does.
look wicked.
I
I know.
like 'em.
They're really good
Are
looking
they
wheels
real
on it.
BBSs?
Yeah.
They look good on the car. They suit it
I
well.
like those.
The offset's nice.
Most importantly, mud on it.
It has got mud on it
It needs to.
I think it needs more
because
mud.
it's
on
rally
it.
car.
Yeah. Well, when we take it across the field later, it'll have more mud.
I think you need to take it through one of the flooded fields and just properly send it.
But it has got mud on it, and it is dirty because I've been using it, and I've been having a bit of fun on it too.
Can you
yeah.
take that sticker? I really hate that sticker.
Yeah, there was one of them stickers in there, and I peeled it off. but-
no disrespect to Hard Tune, whoever they are. I just don't like
They
stickers.
make clothes.
Do they?
Yeah, they make car-related clothes.
Oh, cool. Well, yeah, just
Yeah, definitely shouldn't
Bit
be
of
on
a-
an intake.
bit of a.
It's a very iconic sound.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the
You can
boxer
hear a
engine.
Subaru from miles away.
You can. Yeah.
It sounds like nothing else.
It's
This
an
morning,
addictive sound.
Maxwell, this morning, because you know I took it home,
Yeah.
and I wake up early.
Yeah.
This morning, I don't think my neighbours are going to be too happy with me.
You're gonna get a letter through the door.
It's louder than the Ferrari on startup.
It is loud. It's a rally car, man.
Real car, man.
I'm more excited to show everybody Integrale. if you don't know me, then yes, everybody,
Who
I
are
have a Lancia Delta Integrale Evolution 1, and it's my pride and joy and my baby.
And it's yellow.
And it's covered 36,000 miles now, and it's a nice rally car, man.
It's
But
proper.
should
All right,
we
this
show
is your
everybody?
love. So
This is my love.
let you show the people around.
I don't like working on it. It's horrible to work on.
Look at that.
I would
engine
rather
bay.
work on the Subaru Impreza. But look how tight that is in there.
Where is the alternator?
Yeah, there is
The alternator is buried right down there. There's no room whatsoever.
clean, though.
Yeah,
But yeah, it does look like a pain in the arse.
it is a pain in the ass to work on. Just to change a sensor back here, I had to remove all of this. They didn't think about these things. Not like the Subaru.
How did they do this stuff
What,
on
this?
a rally stage?
Yeah.
They just got another one.
didn't, yeah.
It's pulled another one out of
Like,
the bush.
do you know why the bonnet on this is shaped like that? Do you know why? It's got this big bulge on the bonnet. Because the engine didn't fit. Because if you can see here, so basically, a dude
Just whacked it with a hammer.
just got the bonnet and went drop,
Just
and it created the bulge.
And then they thought,
And They
okay.
do that with every single one.
And these, they had to.
In the factory,
Yeah.
they did that with every single Integrale.
I mean, look. If this bonnet was flat, and even the turrets here,
Everything
look at it. Yeah, they didn't.
Well, the thing is, though, the original like,
Delta,
they built this
it's from the
car,
70s.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
completely different engines. So
Yeah.
it makes sense. And to be honest, it looks awesome.
The thing is, though, that's cool because it's a functional bulge.
Yeah.
It is a
So that actually
functional
makes it cool because
Unlike your bulge, which is non-functional, isn't it?
Come on, this is much more cooler than the Subaru Impreza in here.
Oh yeah.
Look at this,
But the
man.
thing is, though, this is a generation before that, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
I mean, what year is this?
Oh, this is this actual car's 92.
Yeah, and that's 2005.
Yeah.
So like, you do get the retro factor, but obviously this is a much older car. What have you hit?
Oh no. James, can you get a look in on the clocks here? If I put the torch on. I mean, look how cool. You did buy me a T-shirt with that on it.
I do like all the crazy dials.
So that there says 61,000 kilometres. That's what, 38,000 miles now. But guys, if you want to see the YouTube episode on this, where we take it out and thrash it about, and I get one wheel up at the back, then
James will put the link here.
will he though?
Put the link
Well,
here.
I won't.
We could be doing.
Put the link there.
There is no video where Ant gets one of the wheels up in the air. That video doesn't exist.
Bro, you're not supposed to.
No,
We're trying to clickbait here.
Clickbait, bro. Clickbait life.
You're a click.
Let's go take this for a drive.
Let's get this
I'm
out.
really excited to drive this.
All right. I bet you can't wait to drive this, James.
I've been waiting for this literally since you bought it. I was like, hurry up and put that engine in because
Yeah.
I want to go in the Subaru. I've never driven an Impreza. I've never even been
You've
in
never
one.
driven an Impreza?
Nope.
Well, I'll be honest, this is not my first one. I did
No.
have another one, and I thought it was rubbish. But it was a normal WRX, and I just thought the power in it, I just thought a Fiat Coupe would eat it alive. I was not impressed. I was impressed with how it felt planted on the floor, but the power was just rubbish. But this one, it's quite nippy.
Is it?
Yeah,
Well,
it
yeah, you
is.
said it's running about 312,
20,
320.
apparently.
Yeah.
That's what it said on dyno. But that was with the other engine that was in it.
We should take it to the dyno man.
Yeah, it's four-wheel drive. I don't know if his dyno's four-wheel drive. I'll ask him if he's
yeah.
got one yet. But this is
No, it's very Japanese in here.
is it? You would know. I wouldn't.
It just feels very like the Japanese didn't make the best interiors.
Mm.
The seats are always good, but like everything you touch is generally quite plasticky. I mean, yeah, it's okay. It works. It's all very functional.
Well-
Oh, the cup holder comes out. That works. It's all very functional, but it's not very sexy.
No, it's not.
But
Look at that. What's
it's all
that?
about the engine.
What's this about? This little drawer here. You can't. I'll show you after. It's just.
Don't know.
It's very
a little
basic, isn't it?
storage tray. Yeah, it's all just very plasticky.
It is.
But the engine, the transmission,
Why-
and the diffs is where they usually spend all the money.
I get it.
It sounds very.
Why
Oh, we've got a
didn't-
boost gauge.
Yeah, there is.
That's an aftermarket one.
It
I'll
is.
have to get a shot.
That's what I was going to say. Why didn't they not fit a factory boost gauge in these? The Italians did on their turbo
I mean, the
cars.
Supra's got a boost gauge, but I mean, really, like the factory boost gauges don't really do anything, do they? It doesn't give you any numbers. It's just like, oh look, you've got boost. And like, well, I know I've got boost because the car's going forwards. Ooh. Okay, yeah. Okay, it pulls.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does pull.
Yeah, no, that's good. I like that. Oh, the turbo noise.
I'm just worried every time I do that, how long's the engine got left? Because I know they're so unreliable.
Nah, they're not that bad.
Really?
You just put a new engine in. You've got at least a week before it blows up, I reckon.
Yeah, but it's brand new second hand.
The 2-litre engines were better than the 2.5s. The 2.5s, which came on the later generations, I think were much worse.
And this is a what?
So
EJ?
This is a Blob Eye, which is a EJ
205.
205, I think. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on the engine codes, but yeah, these were like the last generation, I think, that had the 2-litre.
Yeah.
And then the next one was the Hawkeye,
Which is unreliable.
which is worse.
Why?
Yeah.
Do you know why?
I have no idea. The head gasket issues that I have on them, but I mean, I think these still do have issues. They're just not quite as bad. But I mean, who cares? Because if an engine sounds like this,
Yeah, I know.
such an iconic noise.
It is an iconic
I love
noise.
a Subaru Rumble. Like, no other car has this. Yeah, and it pulls, and it's a nice power delivery actually, isn't it? It's not actually that peaky. It's quite smooth. Do you know what I mean? It's not like too boosty. It's quite, yeah. Or at least from the passenger seat, it feels pretty.
Yeah, my other one wasn't like that.
No,
So loud, isn't
it is very loud. They really just went solid.
Tell you what, James, I do like the gearbox.
Yeah.
The gearbox, the changes in this gearbox
Notchy.
feel very
Yeah.
not like a wooden spoon. Like I'll tell you what, the Alpha GT, you know, like the V6.
Yeah.
That gearbox is like a spoon.
Yeah,
it's
like
not.
a bowl of porridge.
Yeah, this is very precise.
It's quite notchy, yeah. Yeah, I mean, a bit like the Civic Type R.
Yeah.
Once again, the Japanese do make quite good gearboxes.
They do.
I can't think of a Japanese car that I've driven with a particularly bad gearbox. Apart from a Suzuki Liana, but that doesn't count because that's not even a car. That's just like a box.
Oh, you still got that?
It's just rotting in the yard. I don't know why.
James has a Suzuki Liana.
It's not mine, I don't
yes,
own it.
Yes, it is.
It's gold as well. I'll have to get a picture of it and put it in the video. That was the reasonably priced car on Top Gear.
Yeah, I remember.
And it's terrible. I'll tell you why we keep it. Because you can leave that car for like years, and you just get in it,
and it starts.
You know, obviously charge the battery up, and you just start it up, it just works. Like, it never doesn't work. It's such a good, reliable car. So if anything breaks, we have that as like a fail-safe. Yeah, so major downside with Subaru. Only one cup holder.
Oh,
so
no, look.
Oh no, yeah, there's that one.
Will it fit?
I don't know if it... Oh, hang on. There we go.
Oh, I'm falling in love with this car, James.
You find...
I'm not supposed to be falling in love with it.
Why
I've got to
not?
sell it.
Oh yeah, that's true. No, you don't.
I
Keep
do.
it.
I can't keep everything.
Yeah.
I buy
No,
cars,
I'll-
fix them, do them for YouTube, then get rid of them.
It's actually surprisingly comfortable. I thought it was going to be firmer than it is. It does pull, doesn't it?
Shit, that is quick.
It's good. I like this.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought being an STI, because the STI is a bit stiffer than the normal WRX, I thought it was going to be less comfortable than it is, but you could actually live with this. Like, you could drive this every day easily. Like, it's pretty chilled out in here.
It is, isn't it?
I mean, other than the fact that it's really loud, but that's because it's got an aftermarket exhaust.
This would be... Okay, forget... This, you could actually... If you had a family,
Oh
and you
yeah.
had kids, you could actually... This would be like the cool dad's car.
That's what
it has.
Like, it's a practical car, but it also just happens to be really cool and
It's got
fast.
such a presence on the road as well.
And it's just so iconic,
Yeah.
especially in this colour.
Yeah.
Like, it just screams rally. And like I said, I stand by the fact that there are no homologation rally cars that you could buy that aren't cool. Like,
That's true.
they're all cool. The question is though, because I know that you also have a little bit of a soft spot, and I don't think you've ever owned one, for an Evo.
Yes.
So,
But
what do you prefer? I mean, we haven't driven one.
I've
but
never driven an Evo,
in
and
terms
I've
of
never
like
owned one.
looks, styling, iconicness.
I don't know, Mitsubishi Evo 7
Yeah.
looks I don't know. I think this actually looks a bit more aggressive.
I don't know though. Evos are pretty aggressive, aren't they?
I don't even know if that's a car I'm going to ever be able to own.
No, because they're so expensive now.
If I
Like
was
for
to-
an Evo 8 or 9, which are probably the ones that you want,
Yeah.
they're like 30 grand for a good
Yeah,
one.
that's
Maybe a
just-
bit less.
I
But
don't.
they're
I
quite
can't.
spenny.
I can't justify spending that much on
Yeah,
that.
and also they are also quite a lot of work to live with.
Really?
So like Subarus are quite a bit of work to live with. You know, they're not the most reliable cars on planet Earth.
Yeah.
But Evos are, I think they're just as bad, to be honest. The engines are very strong, but like I think they eat quite a bit of oil and stuff.
Do you know what? I want to ask, guys, if you're new to this channel and you've come over just to watch this, and you're a fan of Mitsubishi Evos or own one, and want to come on the channel and feature it, let me know. Email us, and I'd like to go out in one.
Yeah, apparently they're a lot firmer.
Yeah.
Because like people say that the Subaru is a much better daily driver, whereas the Evos are better if you're like on a rally stage.
Really?
Because apparently they're quite like hard to live with. Right, first time I've ever driven a Subaru. I'm very excited.
I can't believe it's the first time you drove.
I know. Well, as a JDM fanboy, this is a legend. This is a JDM legend. Right, we're going to be considerate for the neighbours. Even though when you drive this slow, it's still really loud.
I know.
You
I
can't
was
really
worried
drive
earlier.
it quietly.
When we went past the horses, I was like, oh
Yeah.
no, it's loud.
Yeah, those horses. I was like, if Ad puts his foot down, they will literally just die.
I was like tinkling it.
That bonnet scoop is huge.
I think
And
it's cool.
It looks awesome, but it
Yeah.
kind of like throws you off a little bit because you're like, what's going on? I think he was a fan.
It looks so good on the road.
It does, and it sounds just so rowdy. I just want to take it across a field, but we'll just send it up here, shall we?
How's that feel?
Feels smooth, actually.
It is smooth delivery,
Yeah,
isn't
it
it?
is. It's nice, and it's just the noise. It just sounds so. I think you should take the dump valve off and let it just recirculate, so it goes. That would be very Japanese. It's just a shame I've got a Skoda in front of me.
Yeah.
Can't really.
No, that's
do.
good for me. Skoda.
How was that?
That was scary. Yeah, that was.
I mean, that's the nice thing with four-wheel drive, though, is you can like just plant your foot in first gear. You don't
Yeah.
have to worry about wheel spinning
I know.
it. Like if I did that in the Supra, we'd be like squirreling all over the place.
Does it feel planted?
Yeah. You tell me. Feels pretty good to me. Ant's
Yeah.
face is
Yeah.
white.
Yeah,
Ooh, a little
bit of
pop from the exhaust
Yeah.
there. Very nice. No, it feels pretty solid. Turning circles all right as well.
It is, isn't it? Better than Fiat Coupe.
Yeah, well, he says that, but I'm actually not going to be able to quite.
Yeah, you will.
Oh yeah, I can
Yeah.
make it. There we go. Problem solved. I could definitely get used to this. How much do you want for it? Although I've noticed it's a little bit wobbly at high speed.
Yeah,
I
what's
don't know
that?
if it's. Don't know if the
balancing the
Yeah, I
wheels.
don't know if the wheels need balancing because I can feel a little bit of a wibbly wobbler.
Yeah, I bet they need balancing.
Probably.
I did feel that as well. What a car.
I mean, you couldn't do that in a Fiat Coupe,
No, I know.
but at least not without shitting your pants.
Power-wise, though, I think it's on par with a
Yeah.
Coupe. That's
Yeah, I mean, horsepower, this is making a bit more, but you lose a bit of power through
Yeah.
the four-wheel drive system. So, yeah, you're probably similar. Like a tuned Fiat Coupe, I'd say, feels about as quick
I
as
have
this.
raced a Coupe off the line. Well, this annihilated. the
Oh,
Coupe.
yeah, it would.
Off the
'cause
line,
you-
it just left me for shit.
Yeah, because
It took off like a bat out of hell.
you've got four-wheel drive, you could just dump the clutch, basically. You just have to be a bit careful about popping drive shafts. Although, actually, to be fair, the running gear on these is really solid. I don't want to go back to the garage. I want to just drive this forever. I like this a lot.
Well, we just got dirty looks from neighbours.
Oh, sorry, neighbours. look, it's a Subaru, right? It's meant to be rowdy. That's what it's for. You can't have a car that looks this loud and it not be this loud. Yeah, I think balance the wheels, but everything else is solid. Like, steering's pretty good. I can get a decent amount of feedback, I think, through the wheel. Like, I don't feel like anything really needs to be changed. Gearbox is nice.
Yeah, it just feels well planted car.
The brakes are a little bit squidgy, but I think they probably just need bleeding more than anything.
The front pads need doing on this. They're a bit low.
But I mean, it's a rally car.
Car, man.
Like, the pedals are like perfectly suited so you can just heel and toe. It's like it wants you to just rag the nuts off it.
So yeah, that comes to the end of today's episode. James got to drive a Subaru Impreza for the first time
Another
ever.
JDM legend ticked off the bucket list.
Is it?
Driven R34 GTR.
Yeah.
Obviously my Supra, one of these.
Yeah.
So I still need to get an RX-7 and a Honda NSX, and then I think I'm done. But I don't think I'm ever going to drive a Honda NSX, because if you have a Honda NSX, bring it to the garage so I can drive it.
Comment below what car you've got, and just we'll pick something.
I want an Evo.
We want an Evo.
We should get an Evo.
Yes.
If you have an Evo, we could do a little comparison.
What do you guys prefer, Integrale or Subaru Impreza? Did you used to play Colin McRae Rally? Comment below, I'd like to know. Again, I read all your comments. Some of them are really weird, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, but they're the best ones. We like the weird ones.
And then what I do is I screenshot them and I send them in the group chat,
to me.
and then we all laugh.
Yeah,
but
yeah, we like
comical.
the weird ones. Yeah, they're fun. They're fun.
But guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and this year, let's get to 100,000 subscribers.
Let's do it.
We've got some good stuff in the pipeline.
We have some cool stuff coming up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I approve.
Yeah.
I think you've fallen in love with it.
I have. Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think I'd still rather have the Integrale.
Yeah.
Even as a Japanese car fan, the Integrale is very special. But this is rapid.
Yeah.
And cool. It is. And super iconic. You can't go wrong.
Thank you for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next one. And Happy New Year! This is our first video of this 2024.
Yeah, it is. It is. Happy New Year.